I've always been inspired by others and the things that they achieve. Looking to the accomplishments in others is where I am inspired. Believing that I too can accomplish these things is where I find inspiration. Inspiration is built into our cores, it's in us, and can always be found if we believe in ourselves. If we get inspired by others, we only need to reach inside of ourselves and we will find our inspiration. It's there waiting, it's within us. Believe in yourself and you will inspire those who inspire you.
Well, welcome everybody to the Life Lesson Station. And today is a very special day. It's our first show in 2021. And my special guest today is my first guest on the Life Lesson Station and my first guest for 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Caleb to the show. Hi, Caleb.
Hi, Dana. How are you?
Good. It's so good to have you again. And
goodness.
Thank you for saying yes to come back on the show. And it's, you mean a lot to me. So thank you. And before we get started, can you tell us about the song that we heard and also the quick video that I played? I really wanted to play that video. So can you tell us?
Absolutely. Well, I got to thank you first because I'm as honored as could be to be asked to come back and chat with you. We've maintained a really good contact, you and I, in the last few months. So you're a big piece of my puzzle as well, my dear. Very much. The video thing is just, I'm getting creative. I took up painting a little while ago and am not finding that creative outlet the way that I once thought I would. And a friend of mine named Stacey Wolf, who's a very prominent man in my life, as well as a phenomenal artist here local to Kamloops. He actually inspired that project with some stuff he shared with me that he's working on with his artwork right now. So that's just a creative outlet. I like to write, I like to philosophize, and I love to ski. So putting the three together was just a fun little project for me. I'm really stoked at all the responses I got to it. I've had a few people in my life that I look up to, that inspire me, who have let me know that they drew some inspiration from it. So they went inside and found their own inspiration. So it was beautiful. And the song is again, I chose to use Kira Hogg's music. She's a personal person in my life. Heal Me Right. I'd been looking for something to start the show with, like we did last time. And Kira blessed me by sending me a personal clip of that's been worked on, a personal recording. I sent it to you. You stripped the audio, and there's a line in there that says something about humble pie. And Kira's dear to my heart, but she's expressed a few times that she's taken some of the writing that I've done, and it's inspired some of her writing and music. So,
but just like your ski video said, we inspire each other, really, She inspires you, you inspire her, we inspire each other. So there's inspiration everywhere. And I want to say a big thank you and welcome to everybody that came to say hi to Caleb. Thank you for sending him so much love. There's a lot, and that means a lot, guys. Thank you for joining us for the show. And shout out. That's a good saying that Caleb says, you're not alone, you're loved, you're worth it. Exactly. So before we get started, everybody, I have a quick introduction so you get to know Caleb a little better. Caleb, are you ready? Okay. So okay. Caleb was my very first guest on the Life Lesson Station platform back in July. And I just love his energy and his message so much that I just had to do a check-in to see how he's doing. I just love how open and raw and real he is. And he shows men that it's okay to be open and to deal with their issues instead of repressing them or numbing the pain. Caleb is just a guy making his way through the craziness of the world, same as everyone else. He works on himself as a way of life, and he has been blessed with the opportunity to help others with their mental health and addictions struggles. Thank you for all you do to make this world a better place. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
No big deal. You're
I've
just
got a little
helping.
nerves. I've got a little nerves here, eh? I have a little nerves. I'm gonna throw that out there to everybody.
Okay, everybody, send some love to Caleb to help him with his nerve. Just blast him in the comment section with some love. And
I love the nerves. You know, I've been saying for a bunch of years now that this guy particular and a lot of people relate. I can't grow without discomfort. So
yes.
Being a little uncomfortable and being able to walk through that, lean into it, and do the things that make me uncomfortable, they allow me to grow. So, you know, I'm feeling a little nervous today, but I'm growing. I'm growing right now, you know, with everybody. So
yeah, and everybody at home, it's not easy to do a live show because you don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to roll. So it takes a lot of, inner work to do this. So thank you for showing up today for everybody and for yourself, really, as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Caleb, we'll get started with some questions. And if you have any questions in the comment section, please feel free to add some as well. We'll try to get to them. So the first one is, can you tell us about yourself and share what is your greatest tool for working on yourself?
My greatest tool for working on myself? In the beginning, it was willingness. Willingness was my power tool. I call it my DeWalt, tool pouch, if you will, and all the other tools go within that willingness. To face my fears, to face the things that scare me, and lean into them and walk through it. Right. Today, it's awareness, and that awareness isn't awareness of how Dana is, or awareness of that the trees are blowing, or that the sky is dark or the sky is blue. The awareness is in myself. I would say that's probably my biggest power tool today, is being aware of how I feel, being aware of how I think, being aware of 39 years of human programming, human conditioning that have led me to today. And yeah, awareness for sure.
Some people call it mindfulness, right? So you call it awareness. Cool. Okay.
Well, there's a little difference in that for me. I could talk about mindfulness versus awareness for hours and hours. Possibly I'll do a blog on that.
We got 30 minutes.
Nerves mean that you're pushing your limits, and success happens outside your comfort zone.
Well said.
Thank you, Steph. That's I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yep.
So, and I love the fact that today I can look inside myself, and not just when I'm happy or I'm grounded or I'm centered or I'm doing well. Far more importantly, when I'm not, when I'm thinking in thinking or negatives, I judge myself a lot. That's something I'm aware of. Part and parcel, I want success. I want to do well. But the biggest fear I have in my life and always have is that success, right? And that's where I'm able to really, if I'm aware of how I operate, then I'm even more aware that I can change how I operate. And it's allowed me to change the perceptions that I have, that I've created within myself my whole life. And I've never been so stress-free before. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a mess in stress, and a lot of my people in my life would tell you that, but I don't panic today. I'm able to process things today because I'm aware of how I operate, or I'm becoming more aware of how I operate, and it's there's no destination here. My life's a journey. The journey is the destination, and
might as well enjoy the journey, hey? And my good friend Chantal says, bring yourself back to the present moment. Living in the present, so important.
Absolutely. There's a moment right there. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's gone. Another one's coming. Right
there's a catch it.
They just keep coming, right? It's
absolutely. Well, thank you for that. And can you talk to us about what are your passions right now? What are you passionate about these days?
People.
Oh, cool.
People. Passionate about love. I'm passionate about myself. And I don't mean that in a grandiose way, like I'm egotistical about self. I used to be. I still have tendencies. But I'm very passionate about working on myself. I'm very passionate about carrying a message. I'm passionate about sharing my experiences with others. And it's helping. I'm passionate as all heck about writing right now. learning, growing, healing, living the way I was designed, through my heart, not my head. I've changed. I have literally, I wake up in a different vessel every morning with a new opportunity to be passionate about other things too. I'm getting back into skiing. I'm passionate about it. I've got people and connections in my life today that I'm very passionate about, because we're on a different level than ever before, you know?
Has there been big changes since I last talked to you in July? I mean, we spoke in between, but since the last show, the last 7 months, has there been a big change or something significant?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
I can and I can't. It's hard. It's hard to describe. I had an awakening, if you will.
Awesome.
And you know, I have a higher power in my life. I have a higher power in my life. I'm connected to the universe. Yeah, something changed a while back in the way I view the world, you know, and the reality that is in front of me. And the reality that is in front of me is the one that I've created. You know, it's the reality that has been created through my life, through the conditionings, through the programmings, through my perceptions. And I woke up one morning I went on a journey. I went on a little hiatus. I took off, and I had no idea if I was coming back. I had no idea what was going to happen. It was a little depressing, to be honest, when I left. And I woke up one morning in a hammock on the side of the ocean in Egmont at a wonderful, wonderful spot called the Back Eddy. And and I saw the world in a different light, and it was just me. And it was like God was speaking to me, and the universe was comforting me at the same time, and saying, your life is within. Your problems are within. Your beauty is within. Your joy is within. Everything is within. And until you go within and you handle these things and you heal from what you need to heal from, you don't have much to offer to anything else. And I just started working on me. And, you know, I'm blessed. I'm absolutely blessed for the struggles, for the pain, the chaos, the suffering that I've created in my life. You know, I'm a firm believer today that love comes from that. And there's
because we don't grow as much when it's easy, when we're honeymooning, right? We grow a lot more through adversity, isn't it true?
Yeah, absolutely, right? And when we're able to really feel those things, I lean into my pain today. You know, where once I worked on, I've got to work through this pain and get it gone, and I lean right into it now. I let it through me. I let every experience in my life right through me, the way that it's designed, the way that it's supposed to. I feel things as deeply as possible so I can appreciate them. And when I'm able to release the things that ail me, pain me, make me uncomfortable, make me insecure, whatnot within, they're released. And I can go back to that awareness that, you know, I've leaned through this stuff. I know what to do today.
And what would you say to people that rather numb the pain than feel it? What would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
Honestly, and that's a question I'm asked quite a lot in working with people in addictions and mental health, because at the end of the day, we cope, you know. I say quite often, my addictions, my alcoholism, that was my solution. It wasn't, you know, the vodka wasn't the problem. I was the problem. The vodka gave me a release from my problem. My problem was me. A great number of people in my life today can really relate to that as well. We run from self. We run from self often, and we cope rather than leaning in. So if I was to give any advice, you know, face the fear. Face the fear. The harder you face it, the more you let it through you, the less scary it is when you have a circumstance arise down the road that is similar. And that's how our perceptions work, right? If I recognize something as fearful, I go to the behaviors, the thoughts, the feelings that I've always gone to. By leaning into my stuff and really letting it through me, I'm able to actually change that perception, so that when I face something maybe the next week that is providing me with the same level of fear, I'm not as fearful. I can walk into it. I can instead of running from self, I run at self today. And you know, that's not to say it's easy all the time whatsoever. Self-care is very important to me, and I never ever believed in that before. You know, I bubble bath today. I bubble bath and I sing, and you know, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. So
Yeah, I do it too. I mean, when I had the day I have a show, I told Caleb, I said, I do extra self-care. I take it nice and easy so I can be present during the show. I do it too. I go to bed early, the whole thing. And my friend Chantal had a good point about mirrors, like everything around you. Let's just put it again. She says, yeah, your passion will mirror back the people around you. There you go. Everything is a feedback, right?
Oh, and vice versa. You know, if
Yes.
I put out good and someone else picks that up and they put out good, well, another's going to pick that up and they're going to put out good. And you know, the more of us as humanity goes, the more of us that are working on self and elevating self, the more good energy we're putting out in the world, and that's how we change the global consciousness, if you will. That's how we change humanity. It may be perceived to a lot that we need millions of people to get together. We don't got to get together. We all got to do the same thing, and that starts with working on self. And
that's my main message too on the life lesson. As I started this because of what's happening globally, but also I wanted to make this world a better place. And I said, what is the best way? Is for me, it was to do the self-love work, to do the inner work and heal myself. So I fill my own cup of love, so the love overflows to the people around me. And now I can try to help heal other people or inspire them like you're doing. And it's so nice to see a man doing it.
there's
You know,
lots of, honestly,
it's
there's lots and lots and lots of men that are out there living the same way, and
oh,
more and
wonderful.
more coming out, more and more coming out. And you know, you mentioned to me months ago that you thought of me as a man who heals out loud, I believe was
Yes.
the term. And you know, that's been really powerful for me because I do. I'm big right now on the whole sticks and stones mentality and bringing it back and elevating the individual. All of us elevating the individual so that people, places, and things and circumstances and life doesn't affect the individual the way that it does today. And the more of us that are elevating the individual, you know, we provide opportunity for more individuals to feel safety within themselves, you know. And my biggest struggle in my life has been created by myself. It's been created in my thinking, and it's held me back. And it's affected others. It's affected many
Yes.
others
Yes.
in a not so positive way throughout my life,
Okay.
right? I live in fear. I put fear out there. I get something good in my life, I fear it.
So what's your biggest fear? That was one of the questions. Can you reframe it? What is your biggest fear?
It's spiders. Spiders.
Spiders. Yeah.
You know what? I
Missing
can't
out. There's
answer that.
the FOMO, fear of missing out. Is that it? No.
I lived in a way of FOMO for sure. And I mean,
Yeah.
that kept me addicted for a lot of years, right? I was pretty famous in my drinking and partying, but I wasn't me. You know, you didn't get authenticism from Caleb very often.
Okay.
Right up to, you know, I mean, even in points in my life in the last year or so. And I'm working very hard on staying authentic and staying present in all my moments, right? So if I had a fear today that I would focus on, it would be fear of regression. But at the same
Oh
time,
yeah.
I'm accepting that I'm still a human being, and if I regress, I can hop back on the horse and I can move forward again. You know, I can't really answer that to what's my biggest fear today. It changes every day. I get an opportunity to wake up and make a choice, and you know what, my choices today might be a little more fearful of being alone tonight, or you know, not seeing my kids for a couple more weeks. But I got pictures on the wall. I got phones that I can connect with. Yeah, I'm not living in a great deal of fear right now. I'm living in a great deal of freedom, and it's pretty beautiful. So
Nice. All fears. Sorry. Our fears are all learned except the fear of loud noises and the fear of falling.
this is truth. Right
Interesting.
back to 18 months old, core beliefs, very young,
Yeah.
around there to, you know,
Yeah.
very powerful stuff right there. Whoever wrote that,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Chantal, she's a source of wisdom for
Yeah.
sure. Let's talk about your shirt and the Humble Pie Society. And while you talk about it, I'm going to show a few pictures of Caleb, okay? And
Oh
some of
boy.
and some of his
Oh boy.
life experience. So, can you tell us about your Humble Pie Society?
Sure can. So and anyone that's talked to me in the last 10 years probably has heard something about a nonprofit organization that I wanted to start. Well, we started it. So we are, the Humble Pie Connection Society is the legal business name. We are an incorporated non-for-profit society recognized with the Canadian government. I have a board of directors now. We have 3 committees formed, 2 committee chairs. We're still looking for a third. Humble Pie Society is a connection society of humans helping humans. We have a public side and a private side. And we're just about there. We're just about to start rolling out. Website's almost done. Social media committee is almost ready to start launching. Our public side is the society side. It is where we collect human connections, and it's a numbers movement. So it's, the more people that are involved in this, working on self, supporting each other, the bigger it's going to grow. The way I put sort of the public side is, like I said, it's humanity helping humanity through our experiences. This is life experience stuff. So my train of thought is just kind of all over the place with that piece right now in my head. But it's I'm trying to look for an example of how this all kind of
comes together.
My audio just changed. Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
So long story short, the public side is the society side. That's the numbers movement. That's the people living to support one another. We all have something to offer.
Yes.
We're all struggling with something. Everybody on this planet has something to offer another. And everyone on this planet has been through something that they've overcame or achieved. And also everyone on this planet struggles with something. So I have 6 women in my life that I chat with a bunch, and I recognize some trends in chatting with, and we started a group. So these 6 women now, they meet online on their own, and all I did was the ability to connect them. So when people sign up as members with Humble Pie Society, they'll have the opportunity to put as much or as little information about themselves as they'd like. And this is all humans for free. It's not a thing where it's out of the goodness of our hearts. We want to support one another. And we want to do that through our experience. There's anxiety, depression, mental health right now is as vulnerable as it's ever been on this planet.
Yes.
There's more addictions happening on this planet. And quite often I'm finding a lot of people that have gone through the psychiatrics, they've done the counselings, this, that, and the other. And sometimes it's just another human connection and their experience that actually, plants the seed that we can grow through this stuff, that we can do it, that we're not alone.
Yes.
So as the social side of Humble Pie unfolds, it's going to be then Humble Pie, the business behind it, is going to connect people. And whilst our private side is our long-term goals, and this is for facilities, recovery centers, detox facilities, housing programs, advocacy programs, anything that we can do to bridge gaps, fill holes, help our government keep up with the ever-changing world we live in.
Yes.
To move that forward. So we've got a data and resource committee built right now, and what they're doing, they're collecting all the resources, any data directed at recovery. And recovery is a way of life that comes after a person sobers up generally. And the recovery life is all about being of service to others, helping others through our experiences. But also it's a spiritual life. It's living centered in self and always working on self. So the two are going to kind of coincide. If someone needs help in their life in a certain avenue, Humble Pie is going to be there to say, we've got all the resources, we've done all the research, we've got all the data collection for your area. We're able to then feed them with the information they need to get the help that they need. We're also there to support people while they're waiting to get to the next level of their life, and really connect. And the more of us that are building ourselves up from the inside, if Humble Pie can connect everybody, that again is leaning towards that global consciousness and changing the world, or at least the perception that this world is such a scary place. So humans helping humans. Thank you, Candace.
There you go.
It's humans helping humans. So the website's going to be rolled very soon, and all the information a person will need on Humble Pie Society will be in our website. Also our social medias, and I'm asking, please, when you see Humble Pie, please jump on board. Share something positive, share a story of your life, your experience, positive memes, this, that, and the other. It's all about keeping love in the world, the way that love was designed. and that's without condition, you know. So
Okay, so thank you so much that's just a brief introductions. As you can see, everybody, it's an unbelievable program. Oh yeah, that's the shirt. Yes, what does the shirt say?
So the shirts on the front is the logo. This is going to be our first raising of funds. We are at a place now where we're doing grant applications. We're approaching other organizations, and we're going to start raising funds that we can give back into the community. So the first thing that we're going to do as Humble Pie Society is the shirt campaign. We start and finish everything we do with the gentle reminder that you are loved, you are worth it, you are not alone. So you'll be seeing these. We're working on getting a whole bunch of shirts made that we can be sending out, sharing. We're looking for connections. Part of our thing is connecting with others. Our website's being built by a guy who's learning how to build websites right now. So he's offered something to us, and we're able to offer back. So if anyone out there has a hookup with silkscreen, graphic design, T-shirts, we're looking to support another BC local business in that. And as we raise funds, we can give them back.
That's awesome. And Stephanie's just saying that her landscaping company will be sponsoring. So,
that's just
surprise!
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steph.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
So
everybody wins.
We're getting there. You know what? I bought 50 shirts this summer. I used 2 local companies on the Sunshine Coast. One did the printing, one sold me the shirts. And in about 15 days, I had no shirts left. A bit of me giving them, but also everyone I saw that saw me in one of these shirts came up and said, I need that on the back. So we're going to have 3 different ones and a lot of giveaways, but also we're looking for support. We will be looking for support. And every dollar that's earned, we spent the time to be a nonprofit, and that took some time. There's a great deal of politics that go into being a nonprofit.
Yes.
I've learned a ton, but every dollar that comes into Humble Pie gets put back into community. So the more that we can do, the more we can give back.
We have a graphic design idea here. Vanessa might be able to help you with that. So wonderful. Thank you so much, wonderful. Stephanie. Yeah. So there you go.
That's come like the inspiration to me in my personal life, now my business life, if you will.
I know.
And hugely inspiring my spiritual life. Like I almost got a tear in my eye seeing that stuff. Thank you.
See, we all have to roll up our sleeves, everybody. We all have to chip in and try to do our part, right? And it starts by being kind online too. Be kind online and in person.
Especially online in today's world. Yes. It's too easy to not be positive and loving and caring and kind and compassionate, non-judgmental and accepting online, you know. It's just raise the vibrations, raise the frequencies on this planet, one person at a time, one individual at a time, you know, collectively, and we can change the world. We can change how things are done on this planet.
Yes, and things are changing. I mean, we got a huge wake-up call, everybody, right? Since last March. So things are changing. Things are coming out, and there's more truth coming out. It's interesting.
Opportunity.
Yes.
Huge opportunity. You know, and when we come out of this whole COVID stuff, and I love that we just spent half an hour and didn't talk about COVID, but when we come out of it, you guys, we get to come out of it in a choice. We get to come out of it united, or we can stay somewhat divided. And my hope for the world is that when we come through this, as we're coming through this, that we're united, and we're united in love, acceptance, compassion for others. We've all just gone through something the same. Every human on the planet has gone through the same thing, and we're doing it. We're getting through it. And the world that we get to live in after this is up to us. It is up to us. So let's elevate. Let's get elevated.
Let's do it.
Get elevated. Yeah.
Everybody, we're going to start slowly wrapping up the show. I want everybody to know that you can reach out to Caleb on Facebook and through humblesociety.com. I just posted the addresses here on the screen.
They're not live yet. They're not live yet, but please keep checking in because they're coming very soon. I've actually I had to break a bit of my ego, which I have to do often, and slow down, to be bluntly honest. Thank you, Wiley,
Yeah.
for that. Wiley's my executive director, and they're just about ready to go. And the Addicted Mind is a blog that I've started. There'll be a video blog and a written blog on my life. So.
And before we go, I just want to send a big shout out to Caleb's family and kids. Can you say a big hi to your kids and mom? And
hi, Avery. Hi, Abel. I do hope you get to see this. You two have. Oh man, I don't know that I want to start crying here, but my kids are. I drive so much from my kids, and I drive so much from the life that I could have provided them if I didn't seek change. You know, I love their mother today. I love their stepfather today. And mom, if you're watching this, I love you. You're my best friend on this planet, and I would not be anywhere near where I'm at today without you. I love you so much, so much. You are my warrior.
That's awesome. What a beautiful tribute. And my mama and my daddy, if you're watching, I love you. And all my friends. There you go. And all the people in the comment section, we love you too.
And thank you. I love you, Dad.
I love you too, Caleb. Oh my gosh,
you.
we're having a love fest. There you go.
That's the way it should be. Big love.
Spread the love. Go. I was gonna say go hug everybody, but I guess not yet. Just wink at them. Oh yeah, air hug. So okay, before we go, one last. Do you have any other life lessons to share? Any last points before we go?
Stay connected. Connection is a very important piece to this puzzle that we live in. Stay connected, and then that doesn't mean always connected to people, but just stay connected, stay present. Use the other humans that are on this planet to help, and there's always going to be someone there. We're not alone. I say it with humble pie, and I'm going to end it with that. But you are loved, you are worth it, and we are not alone.
There you have it, everybody. Thank you so much, Caleb. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. And Caleb, it was such a pleasure. And I'm just going to have you again and do another check-in.
Love it.
Because a lot changes in a few months. So everybody, spread the love out there. Thank you so much for watching. And have a great week, everybody. Take care. Bye, Caleb. Thanks again.
Big love, you guys.